right, and we should now be live. Hi, I am Kara858, and today we're playing episode 13 of It's Our World. We always look forward to see you all here, and here at the community, we always like to give love and support to different individuals, different streamers out there. Perhaps give them a follow and support them on their endeavors. So, first, we would like to give a shout out for is what's called Stream of Blood. For those who don't know, Stream of Blood is a variety TTRPG channel that actually has a Vampire the Masquerade game in place. They actually have Ashley Birch, the voice actor named Abu, who plays Assassin's Creed as well as a character in a upcoming HBO show, and is an absolutely fantastic Vampire the Masquerade show. They just started their second season, so of course, you're in the middle of binge watching or what something to binge upon. You can definitely watch their content. But yeah, definitely if you can, give Stream of Blood support and give them a follow. The second person we would like to give a shout out for is a good friend of mine. Her name is The Void Prince. She's actually a variety Twitch streamer who does Donkey Kong Country speed runs. She's in the middle of playing Final Fantasy as well as .hack. And she's just a great individual overall. She's LGBT. Her and her community is just great. And so if you like to see somebody who just has some, it has some good skills and just sweet overall, and you possibly could gain some weight because she's constantly eating donuts, which makes me want to eat donuts. So, but nevertheless, she's a great streamer. So if you can, definitely give her some support. And last but not least, we'd definitely like to give a shout out for is Kids on Bike, which is on Roll20. It's a fantastic show featuring one of the individuals from Rivals of Waterdeep as the DM named Sharif. Him, Shu, and a couple other individuals. They have created this believable world and endearing characters. All the characters you could just relate to, and are just hitting the end of their first season. They got like a couple more seasons left. We're hoping that they're going to be a season 2. We would definitely like to give them support on that endeavor. So if you can, definitely give Kids on a Bike a follow on Roll20 app on Twitch, and we appreciate it. So with that said, unfortunately we are down one player for today's session. Mimsy, aka Serena, took her second vaccine shot, and for those who have taken the second shot, you all know, depending upon the brand, how dangerous that could be. So we definitely wish her best wishes and hope things goes well for her. So the order for introduction will be a little different this time. So we're going to start first with Fell Flames, aka Zach, the DM. If you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your social medias and any projects that you're currently working
on. Hello, my name is Zach. I am Zach or Felt Flames. We are totally fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious about the very cool fox spirits in the fort. I hope you all enjoy the show.
Excellent. And next we'll move on to Nuvian, aka Ree. Ree, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your social medias and any projects you may be working on.
Hello, everyone. I am at Big Dude Ree on Twitter, where you can find a bit more about what I'm doing, including shows and upcoming shows that I will be playing on. And hopefully you'll learn more about that in the coming days. And apparently today is going to be a peaceful transition in the forest, and there will be no consequences to any action.
Yeah, hopefully we'll stick with that. Make our way down to the bottom of the screen. We'll start next with Nezra, aka Wanderer Text. If you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your social medias and projects that you're working on.
Hey, Wanderer Text, or Aaron. I'm Nezra, the normal human, normal cleric, who's very excited to see what D&D Without Consequences looks like. But the thing that I'm really excited about is I'm getting to DM for another game that will be coming up on Kira's channel, Rivenwood Academy. So look out for that. And I think it's the 20th, Kira?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, the 20th Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Excellent. And last but not least, we have here Achilles, aka Adrian B. I'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials, and of course some of your projects coming on. I can talk about it quite often on my Twitch, but just a good, nice repeat for everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm Adrian, and as Kira says, I play Achilles, and I'm very excited because tomorrow we finally start our vampire game. After me forgetting it was Easter weekend and that people had things to do last week, but wee bit different. At least we'll be starting tomorrow, which is pretty great. And Tuesday I should be starting with a D&D campaign as well on my Twitch channel. So if you want to come and check us out at the Bear Pen with an H, that would be great. And we'll be on YouTube as well. So feel free to give us a subscribe and follow there. And I am also super looking forward to watching Aaron's wonderful story unfold.
Awesome. Yep. And so, like I said, we're definitely going to have some links, not only in the chat, but also in Discord, so you all can take a look at the content. There will be a couple individuals who possibly hear of some of his shows as well. So, it'll be great. I hope to see you there. With that said, if you don't know, I am Kira858. In terms of actual projects, Aaron has definitely mentioned one of our main projects coming up on April 20th at 6:30 p.m. is the first episode of our Magic School Academy called Riverwood Academy. If you catch up on our Twitter, we'll be releasing sneak peeks, including artwork that was done by yours truly, as well as Mimsy. We're all super looking forward to it. We've been having session zeros offline for a bit. And let's just say you all are in for a treat. With that said, we also have, of course, a couple other content in place, including, our art streams that happens on Mondays and Wednesdays, where I'm showing you a bit more content from Snowstorm Comics, especially with Comic-Con coming up this November. For those who don't know, San Diego Comic-Con will be making its way back. We'll be super looking forward to that, and maybe have some content ready by then. With that said, we're going to go ahead and bring up our intro video for episode 13 of It's Our World. And we're back. All right. So with that said, Fell Flames, take it away.
Well, you are coming back on a place that is familiar to you all, although maybe not to the stream, as last time you were here was in the prequel. However, I, at this point, would just toss it back over to you. I believe I know the plan, but why don't you go ahead and tell me what you all would like to do as you enter the city?
So just to clarify, we are outside the crossroad gates, or we were transported inside the crossroads itself?
You were transported to the edge of the forest, so the gates are kind of like off in the distance, probably several hundred feet. Hard to estimate exactly how much, but several hundred feet. You were like walking out of the break of the forest.
Do we need to pass through the city to get to Gilga, or would we just go around the city, or?
So that is up to you.
Okay. So I think the first thing is that Achilles just has the hugest shit-eating grin on his face. Well, that was fast.
It was certainly
Very.
convenient. So
I
what is
wonder
our
if that'll
plan
help.
here?
I'm not sure. Like, I thought this was going to take us at least half a day to get here. You know, they play tricks sometimes, but I think this one was more helpful than tricky. Unless there's a reason that we're supposed to be here faster. Like, I don't know how these things work. I didn't particularly have anything we needed to do in the city, unless you wanted to check in to see if Daniel and Elia made it all right.
I mean, I would say that would be a priority for me personally. We could also do just a quick check. Anyone have any cool items in order to fulfill our verbal contract?
This is why I told you not to sign such an agreement.
Hey, no. If we don't have something, then we're not in breach of contract. I lost Nezra entirely there.
Yeah.
That was all Aaron, but still, it's true. If we don't have anything, we're not in breach of contract.
I was like, that accent slightly changed a bit.
If you have a contract to sell all of your turnips to somebody, and you have 0 turnips, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, we just gave them the right of first refusal. So if we don't have anything for them to refuse, we're fine. I'm just like, does anyone have anything? We've done a lot of cool things, but we haven't fought a lot of harvestable things, if that makes sense.
That's exactly the word I was looking for. No, we haven't removed any teeth or organs recently, so it is one of those things that we can't give any to her for spell components.
And we also have not made any money, so I think that just might be a really awkward place to go, as we can't buy anything nor offer them anything.
I hate dealing with the merchants.
I mean,
I'm not really hurting for anything right now. I don't feel. If we did pick up a couple extra potions of healing or something, that'd be awesome. But pretty low on funds myself.
As
a bit of gold, a tiny bit of gold, but I don't think we need much of anything, at least now. Does everyone have weapons or armor at the moment?
I mean, I am a weapon. I am armor. We're fine. Well, I do want to check in on Daniel and Elia, and I would like to check in on my friend, Captain Marginal. Well, friend might be a little bit of an exaggeration of the terms of our relationship, but I would like to check in on him. Anyway.
Keep your hood up if we're going inside the city.
Okay.
We saved ourselves half a day as well, so I think it's all right. To the barracks then?
Yes. Keep your eyes open. You don't know if word has traveled here just yet.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, Ikaro would definitely put his hood up. He can't do anything about his tail because his tail is pretty much half the size he is, so that's just going to have to hang out. But he'll at least the hood itself is at least large enough to be able to cover his horns and his hair. You just kind of see blue streaks of hair coming out the side of his hood. He says, "Okay, I'm ready."
Could Ikara technically do kangaroo boxing?
Probably so, because his tail is huge. It's literally, if you see the image, it's pretty much super thick, and then it just comes out thick all the way towards the end. It's pretty much almost half his weight. It's a big tail. It's a big tail. Okay, so I guess you all lead the way. I don't remember this place that well. I just remember the guard was kind of weird.
Was the guard weird to you? I apologize. This is where we met, so
Oh
it's kind of
yeah,
interesting
in the
to be
barracks.
back here.
Mm.
We met in an inn, a tavern.
Mhm. Oh yes, I mean the guard that was weird. He was in the barracks.
Looking around, do I see any herbs and things?
Do a quick last minute harvest.
I mean, I can make some health potions, dog. You don't like you don't need no merchants.
Communism.
No merchants, dog. We can make our own health potions.
Seize the mean of health potion production.
Yes. Do I see any herbs, specifically herbs that can be used for potions?
Outside the city?
Yeah, because if I understand, we're still in like
Are
the
you-
foresty area right before
are
the
you-
city.
Are you proficient with what is it? Herbalist tool?
I don't know if I'm proficient. I know I have a set. No, I just have I don't have proficiency in it. I just have it.
Okay. You can make a wisdom check.
Fuel. 20 plus wisdom. Oh, that was almost a natural 20, but a 13.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You think you maybe just got a little bit lucky, or fortune has favored you for whatever reason. You are able to find a couple of bunches of something that you know is useful in brewing health potions. It's not the other ingredient, but it's gotten you part of the way to being able to make a batch. Um, they're sort of like multiple different recipes, so it's not like here are the two ingredients, and that is literally the only way to make health potions. Um, so there's probably a couple of different things that could be combined with this.
And yeah, he's gonna go around and gather those up, and then when he returns to the group, all right, well, let's go.
All you
They-
need now is like blue tail fins and Nernroot, and then you've got your health potion. That's fine.
They are actually
That's cool.
called fox ears. If you would like to note it down.
Fox ears. Okay. All right. All right. Well, lead the way.
You all enter the city.
Yeah. Achilles will make sure he has his eyes going through Catherine now, and as we are entering the city, he will want to.
One moment.
Un
Oh
moment.
no. The DM has left us unsupervised. Gunned the city down.
Yes.
As a former pre-K nursery teacher, I can imagine the havoc we would raise.
Apologies. You all go to enter the city, and you find outside of the city a familiar face who sighs and is like, "You all again?"
Zach, I hate to say it, I know that you're wearing something cool, and we can't see it because of the Zoom background.
What do you mean?
Did you have like something on your headset? No. Okay, never mind.
Is
We
this
have remote
Dave? I
screens.
thought Dave was at Bastion.
This is Carl.
Carl.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
I
know
never
his-
met Carl, so
I
I'm
know
gonna
his
like,
name.
hello. How
I
are
have his
you?
number.
This was the guy who you met him and you were like, I don't know about having my brother train with these guys.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did meet Carl.
Hmm. I remember now.
Well, again, I don't know you yet, so you're like, oh, hello. It's a nice day out.
We enter the city.
He kind of gives Nezra a nod and then looks at the rest of you. Maybe. What's your business here?
We're on our way to see Captain Forerunner, actually.
To what end?
Well, unfortunately, that's private business. Like you see, we come bearing news from Bastion.
Well, unfortunately, I can't just let anybody who's here on private business into the city. So,
Well, I mean, it's not private from Captain Forerunner. In fact, I'm relatively certain if he didn't receive his private business, he might be quite irritated, to be honest.
he like looks to the back of him and makes like a big show of it. He looks to the other side and then like up in the sky and he's like, you know, I don't see Captain Forerunner anyplace here, so it looks like it's just you and me. I'll ask you again. What business do you have in my city?
Do we see any other individuals in between us and this gate?
Yeah. There's 6 guards posted at the gate currently. He is just one of them. He's the only one talking to you. Everyone else is just kind of sitting there looking bored. But there are witnesses, if that's what you're asking.
That is definitely what I was asking.
See,
But
I told you he was weird.
so sorry. I'm Nezra. You are
My name's Carl. And
Carl.
unfortunately, Carl got a really long and boring morning report about some, as of yet, unexplained details on attacks in Bastion. So, unfortunately, Carl isn't having a very good day and needs to know what business you have here and that it isn't involved with bringing an attack into my city. So, if you wouldn't mind helping me help you, please, what business do you have in the city?
Carl, I mean, I appreciate your commitment to keeping the crossroads safe. This is actually, we came from here not too long ago. I don't believe we ever actually met. But no, we have a couple of different manners of business. We do have some information to bring Captain Forerunner. I was also planning to stop by Marcelino's. I have something to discuss there. As well as, I mean, I spent some time in this town. It was not a home to me, but a place that I am known to. And I would like to try to use my words to actually persuade him.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Like here, maybe it'll show up on the board.
Viewing in a car are leaning towards the function face side. Into this problem.
This is going to be a 25 for my persuasion check.
One moment.
And now we broke him again.
I'm just saying, it always helps to be polite. So many more doors open to you when you just use your words.
You say this, but then the last time you guys were left unsupervised, you guys burned a place down.
To be fair, I was attempting to supervise and had no involvement in the burning of the place. Oh, he's coming back.
Guys, I have wireless
and headphones.
No,
He
no,
can
no. I
hear
was
them.
talking about Carl. I was talking about Carl. Like, we're having a conversation. It's like, oh, no, Carl's coming back.
Yeah, no. I was just trying to think out. 25 is obviously a very good persuasion roll. But people are only able to be persuaded to things that by their virtue they are willing to do. So I was trying to decide how far might Carl be willing to go for people that he is not the most pleased with. But you also did not meet him the original time, so you have the benefit of that as well. He kind of like looks away from you, and he starts glaring at other members of the party, in particular Nuvian and Achilles, and he kind of just like looks both of them over for a little bit, and then he says, "Fine, but if I hear about any trouble, I'm getting your names and faces in every guard center, and I'm gonna ban you all from the city."
I think that is more than reasonable. I appreciate your commitment to the safety of these people, as well as your ability to work with me so that I can go into the city.
You all pass by. He does allow you to. He gets out of the way.
I'm not quite sure what that lad's issue is. Last time, I don't know if he feels like he was a bit shown up or something when we showed him actual demon parts when we came into the city. Maybe he felt like a bit emasculated or something.
Well, to be fair,
As you all are having this conversation, Nezra, you get a tap on your shoulder from one of the other guards.
I turn.
He can't do that, and then he just waves you on his way.
He can't do that. He
They
doesn't
tell
have the
you
permission.
He can't do that.
Okay.
Or he can or cannot.
He cannot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He doesn't have the permission to.
And again, it is
Fool's
important to
pride
remember,
is-
people who are intractable and stubborn often have a reason for being so. Something in their history.
I reckon his reason is he just doesn't feel like he has a well-defined center of himself, it would seem. That would be my own assumption, and that he feels like he might need to lord his little bit of power over people in some respect.
You said you showed him demon parts?
Oh, we showed him the pieces of the Barghest in order to speak to Captain Forerunner.
I mean, honestly, in all of the small towns that I have traveled through, I can't think of a guard that would not be unnerved and or reluctant if shown that.
But he didn't believe
Just
us when we tried to tell him. And then when we showed him, he just fell out of his chair.
I'm sure that was funny to see, though.
It wasn't exactly a shining moment for the guards of the city, but what's done is done, I suppose.
So I think first things first is we are headed to find Captain Forerunner and thus find Daniel and Olaya and Celia, yes?
I believe so. And yeah, my question from earlier, as we are walking, Catherine will be peering around, specifically looking for insignia on guards and or people that might match insignia that we want to stay away from, like on certain of the other houses, because we had seen like they have slightly different symbols, correct?
Their symbols change based upon their rank. All of the guards are suspect.
Okay.
They're all wearing the symbol that the armies do in Bastion.
Right. I thought that the people that worked for Mardinald had a slightly different crest, unless I'm thinking of something completely different.
Oh, they do have a slightly different crest. I see what you're getting at. Yeah, it's because they have a slightly different tower to represent being from the crossroads.
Yeah.
So
So
you're saying you're keeping a lookout for anyone who might have the insignia that they're not a guard from the crossroads, but some sort of traveling person from Bastion.
yeah,
Okay, okay, good to know. Could you roll me perception for Catherine?
sure.
I would like to keep my eye out for anyone who's paying a bit too much attention to our group or Ikara specifically.
Okay, roll me perception as well. Actually, roll me insight.
Oh, it's not as good. Oh no, yes
That-
it is. I take it back. It is good.
That would be
22.
a dirty 20 on perception.
Okay, that'll just be sort of, I'll keep note of that as you all are walking through the city, and if you happen to bump into someone that would fit that description, I'll let you know when Catherine sees them.
Thank you.
Nuvian, 22. You noticed he got as you were all having this conversation and walking right into the city, as you just kind of have crested over the walls, or through the walls rather, through the gate. Two of the guards were kind of staring at Ikara.
And in Celestial, he'll say, people are paying attention to us. We should make this quick.
Yeah, I can't.
Achilles
Oh,
will
sorry.
respond. Achilles will respond in Celestial. Right. Yeah, let's make it quick then.
I don't know what any of that means, but I think I'm heading correct direction for a barracks.
I think the barracks is a great idea.
And I'll quickly mind link with Achilles to be like, anything I need to know?
People are paying attention to us, so we had best be as quick as possible.
We're very pay attentionable too.
Well, I mean, we are.
But let's make it quick. Okay.
Okay. As you all begin to pass through the city, you have gone about got it, Nezra. You are about maybe 5 or 6 blocks into the city when Catherine recognizes one of those other insignias, just kind of chatting in a group of about 3 guards and 1 civilian. One of them has the other symbol on his.
Achilles will purposefully trip because he's he's a blind guy being led around by his fox, and he will stumble, and he'll say, "Oh, could you help me up there, Nezra? I seem to have stumbled a little bit."
Yeah, I help him up and I reinitiate the mind link. Yes.
Some people from Bastion are over there with a group of guards. I recognize, or at least Catherine recognized, some of the insignia. So perhaps we had best steer our way around and try and find a different side street if we can.
They're about half a block down from you at the moment. Don't seem to have taken any notice.
Okay.
Am I aware of any other paths we can take to avoid the rest of the street and get to where we want to go?
Sure, easily.
Then as I help him up, I'm just going to help him into walking another direction and keep up an out loud conversation of, oh, I think if I remember correctly, over here was the, as we wander away.
Okay.
And hope that the rest follow.
Okay. You do so. You make your way around. First, you're going to the barracks, correct? You do not notice vis-a-vis Catherine any other people with the symbol from Bastion on your way to the barracks. You are traveling for a bit through the city, several more blocks. Takes a little while to get there, but you have arrived without any other circumstances. What would you like to do?
Go in together.
It's only polite to knock, right?
Yeah, is it a closed door situation or like open door situation? Are there some guards outside or something, or would we just walk up and talk to someone?
There are 2 guards outside, and the door is closed.
All right. Go up to them, and the kids will say, and "Good afternoon," or is it afternoon or morning now? I suppose. I don't know. What time of day is it for us?
You're blind. The odds that someone calls you out on what time of day it is pretty low.
Exactly.
However, it's probably it's definitely still considered morning. It's probably like about the sort of time where most people would have finished their breakfast and have started working for the day in whatever capacity they might be doing.
All right. I'll stick with good afternoon there. Good afternoon. We were actually sent here to speak to Captain Forerunner. Is he available at the moment?
No. The other guy's like, he's in field training.
Right. Well, we have a bit of urgent news for him. Is in out of the city, or could
He's
we?
in the field.
So out of the city.
Yeah. Something about survivalist training, taking a few of the more experienced sergeants, teaching them a couple things here and there so that it might be passed on to their platoons.
And make an insight check.
Sure.
I too would like to insight his motives.
Sure. Everybody insight.
Natural 20 minus 1, 19.
19 as well.
Is anybody else rolling? Nuvian. He doesn't really seem to be particularly suspicious. He's a bit formal, a little bit more like properly acting, I guess. Body language is more proper than you have become accustomed to with Carl. But he doesn't really seem to be showing any of the signs of someone who is lying. Achilles, same. The only other thing that you notice is you sort of get the vibe that he'd rather be there. You know, he's a bit jealous of the people off on the survival training, and a little bit bored probably.
Right.
Nod.
Thank you very much for that. Well, I'm not sure how we would like to proceed now. Did you want to check in at
Sorry,
Mars?
when is he expected back?
Tomorrow.
Appreciate. If he does return sometime before that, would you let him know that I was looking for him?
Sure. If he doesn't come back, he kind of like sizes up Achilles and Nuvian. He's like, maybe you should come back, and there might be something you can do to help.
Possibly. But I imagine he will be fine.
He shrugs.
Feel
Me
mildly
too.
offended. Yeah, that tavern where we were.
The Purple Donkey.
The what?
The Purple Donkey.
The Purple Donkey. Maybe that would be a good place to regroup. Are we planning to stay for a full day? As we're walking away. This is not a conversation we're having with the guards.
No, because they're
I would
looking.
say no.
No, because I don't want to be here. This place is Bastion place, and I can only hide my horns, but I can't hide my tail. So I kind of stick out.
And I personally think you shouldn't be hiding at all, but I understand that you are uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, if they see us,
Honestly, let's get a private room, and then we can have a full discussion on this, because I think this is maybe the kind of thing we don't want to be talking about out on the road.
We saved so much time. We have a bit of time, but we probably shouldn't linger for too long. But sure.
I mean, we could get a private room now and still not stay the night. You know what I mean? Like just somewhere that we could have a conversation. Since I mean, unless you know of somewhere around here that we could gain some privacy.
How long was the walk from the other side of the city to the woods on the way to Gilga?
Which other side of the city?
How many gates are there to the city is my question, I guess.
I think there's 4.
There are 4. It is a proper crossroads.
Okay, so which one would we need to go through to hit to Gilga?
The southern one.
Okay, so from
You
the
came in
south.
through the west, so
Okay. Well, then from the southern gate to some woods.
basically you'd head straight south, and then you'd have to pass through a good amount of plains area, and then you get to the woods, and then you pass through the woods. You get back into another plains area, and that takes you into Gilga.
Okay.
The plains were like where you originally encountered the dogs, and then remember the forest has a special surprise.
The forest is the demon.
Actually, sorry. I have something I would like to do. If we pass by like a bit of wall or an alleyway or something that I can take a quick 6 seconds to do something in a more surreptitious manner than right in the middle of the road, I would like to cast Sending.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it to... I've been debating about who I'm going to cast it to, but I've decided it's going to be Captain Forerunner.
Got it.
So I'm going to say... Hello. We are in the crossroads. Did the murders make it? Are you safe? Can we meet up soon? Ciao. I think that was 20 and not 25, but I can't be bothered to remember.
Ciao.
He says, yes, I sent them on. Yes, safe. And then he replies, I'll be back tomorrow. And ciao.
It's a common Exodorian greeting.
I think it's particularly Captain Forerunner and I have a history of formal conversation with very informal send-offs.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. So as we're walking, I'll say, honestly, I think we just move on.
By the way, one note I will make about sending, I'm not saying whether or not it was applicable to this particular scenario, but not everyone necessarily knows intrinsically when receiving the spell that they're limited to 25 words. So it's just kind of stuttery thoughts if they're unfamiliar with the spell.
It makes sense to me. It's how I would respond if someone's voice was in my head. I'd be like, who the, how the, what the.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And I will tell Ikara first, because I'm already mind linked with Ikara, and go around the party and tell them that the murders have already passed through, that Marginald says that he's safe, and he won't be planning to be back tomorrow anyway. So I think we should keep going.
Kara nods.
So Akari hears that, and then Nubian, and then Achilles, and then Serena.
Sounds
Caleb
good.
moving.
Okay.
Serena says, "I'm sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Talk to me tomorrow."
You know, Serena, ever since you had that explosion trying to fix Cug, your voice has gotten a little weird. You're really not focused and paying attention to what's going on around you.
Look, we've just got a lot going on right now. Okay.
I think it's a little bit of a concussion, like she might have hit her head or something.
Sure, she will be fine. I
So
suppose.
I have never been to Gilga. I do not know the way.
I know the way. So
Shall we?
I would love for you to meet my family and show you a picture of my dad.
Oh, hello, Dad.
I mean, I don't have one yet, but oh, you mean when we get there? Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Maybe I have a little bit of a concussion too. Shall we go with it?
Well, I was going to say, does anyone need anything before we leave? This is your last chance. Take your bathroom breaks. Whatever.
Are you all hungry?
No.
No, I'm good. I
I mean, we had breakfast not just a couple hours ago.
yeah, I'm good.
You all eat more than I do. I don't really know how often you prefer to eat.
He says as he eats 1/4 of one grape.
He's over here carefully peeling one with a shuriken because he hates the peel. Dissecting it slowly. Great.
Great. No, I'm good. I want to get out of here.
Okay. I will remind you all, you are currently being followed by an assortment of armored men.
Mm-hmm.
They are still present. The other guards didn't seem to bother them. And they haven't seemed to have stepped in on anything yet. I want you all to be aware that I'm still aware that they're there. It just hasn't mattered.
I mean, if they continue to follow us out of the city, I think that we will have a different approach to what we do.
Specifically,
Otherwise, I
you've
think
noticed
just-
that after the fox spirit, Thomas has been fighting less to take the lead.
Right, well, we'll make our way over and get out of this place.
Did you need to say something, Nezra?
No, I just had to replay what you said like 5 times before it finally made sense to me. I gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I
no worries.
Yeah.
Concussions all around.
Achilles will fall back just a little bit to be like lockstep with Thomas, and he will actually like hook his arm in his arm and say, "Don't worry about it, lad. Just come with me."
What? Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Totally here for you guys. Don't worry about it.
First
Speaking
time
of-
with crazy magical stuff, right? Yeah, you'll get used to it. It's fine. You'll get one.
Right. Yeah. So, speaking of, I was thinking, we have some coin that we've sort of came with, as it were. Do you think that anyone in Gilga might have some spare crops that they might be able to help us make some sort of deal to set up a supply line, perhaps from your village to that fort? It's nearby, correct?
Oh, it's not too far. And I'm sure the community would be more than happy to help out. Actually, while we're there, we can probably speak to Amara. She's sort of the elder of our village, and she would be able to organize that, as it were. I mean, if people like peaches, there's my family's farm too.
Who doesn't like peaches?
Exactly. That's what I've always said.
You all continue to make your way.
You see the little +1 over Achilles' head in terms of his relationship with Thomas. It's just like, ding.
And mentions pears.
I was not aware you had such strong feelings for fruit.
You all make your way into the plains, and you have started traveling. It's going to take a little while. Is there anything you all want to talk about on your journey?
Well, while we are going, Achilles will also want to pay attention to Ikara's demeanor, because he's feeling a hell of a lot better since the Foxbird incident. It made him feel like, okay, everything's probably okay. Maybe Dad isn't dead. Maybe that's okay. Or maybe he is, and this was a way of them saying, well, haha, but probably not, right? But he's feeling a lot better, so he's kind of he's kind of paying attention to Ikara to see if he is still as concerned and as worried as he has been, or if his mood has lightened up a little bit since the morning.
Definitely the same. It's actually probably a little bit more compounded because he now know he's kind of like a fugitive. So now he has to be, he can't really like mind shape or like do a minor illusion to change his image. He pretty much looks like a dragon. So whenever there's like bashing around, he will constantly, he knows that he has to be cautious regarding the folks around. Leaving the plane, his body language isn't as tense as it was in the crossroads, but you could definitely tell from his language like he wanted to go because he was definitely nervous about being there in general. But there still is so while his body language isn't as tense as before, his face, especially his tail, because when he's happy his tail wags, and when he's serious or definitely sad it just stays still. His tail is definitely completely still. And he definitely just has like a 1,000-yard stare off into the distance.
So Achilles will say to Ikara, it's been a while since I've actually been able to do this because, I've been away from home. But lad, would you like a ride on my shoulders? I'm feeling like I have quite a bit of pep in my step because I'm going to be seeing my family soon. And I just think it would be fun,
Ride on your shoulders?
I'm quite strong.
Sure, I guess I never really.
He will snatch him up mid-sentence. And pick him up from the
Oh wow! Wow! The air is cleaner up here.
I mean, a little bit. I'm not quite as tall as your handsome brother over there, but we make do.
Oh, you guys can see a lot easier too. It's thank you. Ooh, wow, this is interesting. Ooh, wait, so you feel better?
Well, I'm feeling quite good. Yes, I think whatever is happening with I definitely consider the foxes helping us out like that a bit of a positive sign, at least that I'm going in the right direction. If anything, if it does turn out that I have bad news to deliver to my mom and my brother and sister, well, I choose to believe that I'm still on the right path. So that makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, I guess. But your dad was so close. Like, you could literally just talk to him if you just moved like 20 feet. I'm surprised you didn't do it. I would have done it.
What? I'm confused as Adrian.
Oh, when the sending stone.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I thought it might be inappropriate to take something or to ask Serena to put herself in a position where she might need to take something that maybe she wasn't supposed to know about. So I thought we can leave it for a little bit of time. And plus, Nezra's going to be able to help me out, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, like when she talked to my mom. Okay.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So
Well,
I'm trying to show a little bit of patience, which is not my strong suit, but I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Nezra, make me a dexterity saving throw. You all
Hell
can
yes.
conversation.
Uh-oh.
I have nothing to add to Dex save.
Oh, no.
No, you two can continue for a moment.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. I guess that will make you feel better.
And as Ikara is finishing up, Nezra, what did you roll?
17.
17. You hear a sort of like whizzing sound, like might happen if someone threw a rock at a really high speed, and you immediately sort of react by like turning to the side a little bit, right? Like if you were dodging someone throwing a rock directly at you, and a rock just whizzes right by Nezra,
Oh.
seemingly from somewhere in the brush.
I follow the trajectory back. Do
Yeah.
I see anything?
Inch check.
Okay, guys, I gotta stop asking questions, y'all.
What
I
was
got
it?
no Dex. I got no intelligence. So,
Any of
like,
you make the inch check.
Yeah, no, I
that's gonna be a 5.
yeah, I mean, I could try, but it ain't gonna look good.
Intelligence check?
if you're attempting to follow the trajectory of the rock.
Oh, can I do a perception?
a 12.
Oh no, let's see. Oh no, let me see. I didn't think it worked.
No,
well.
this one
Oh!
needs to be intelligence instead of perception, because it's not like you didn't really see it. You're like based on the trajectory trying.
Yeah, you're doing the trig in
estimate
your head, being like,
math, yeah.
Well, I don't- maybe
I
it's the
used-
higher. Oh, maybe it's a higher vantage point, but I rolled a 16, so that would be a 15.
Pretty good.
Yeah, 15.
11 for Catherine, because she's the eyes. She would be able to follow the trajectory, not Achilles.
Yeah, 11, 16.
Why do we have negatives in our intelligence
Nubian?
scores, people?
I've been.
12
I have a
total.
positive.
12,
You got how much, Nubian?
12 total.
12 total. Okay. Actually, it's only Ikara who manages to follow the path. It came from about 50 feet ahead of you all, kind of low to the ground within the sort of it's not brush really, but the tall grass of the flatlands. It's really only like a foot and a half tall, but it somehow came from under the grass.
Under the grass. Wow, a foot and a half tall, but it came from under the grass. Okay, so he's going to point out to everyone, the rock came over from over there, and then he's going to flip off of Achilles' shoulders. Ninja flip.
Nubian, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Oh, is it being thrown at me?
It is being fired. If
Yes.
it being fired counts as being thrown, then yes.
I would like to catch it.
Yes.
You
Don't
can
luck
try.
F. Don't luck
Deflect
F.
missile. I would like to use deflect missile.
Yeah.
So deflect missile only works when you're officially hit. So do I do the deck save first, and then, or do I do deflect missile? I don't know how you want to handle it.
I mean, if you're trying to say that you are intentionally failing your dexterity saving throw to try and catch the missile, then I guess you're allowed to do that.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead and roll your dexterity D10 thingy for the weirdness.
About to do some
The weirdness.
Mr. Miyagi stuff here.
Yep.
Right now.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 16 for that.
Yeah, you reduce the damage to 0, so you are able to catch this rock.
I'm gonna throw it back at them.
He
Make
Careful.
an untrained thrown weapon, so no proficiency.
It's considered a monk weapon.
A rock is considered a monk weapon.
Yeah, if you deflect missile and then you use another key point to throw it back, it's considered a monk weapon.
Okay, make the attack a disadvantage.
Yeah, we do stuff. We do monks get the cool stuff.
The cool stuff.
All right, so that is a. Oh, that's a 2 plus 6, so 7 total. Oh.
That is not going to do it. Unfortunately, you miss.
Zach, when Nubian catches it and throws it back, is he throwing it at the same place that Akara pointed at, or a different place?
I mean, he's trying to.
No, but I'm saying like it appears that both of those rocks came from the same place,
I mean,
not from two
approximately.
separate locations.
Approximately, but it's like it's kind of hard to tell because
Yeah.
Akara is the only one who really spotted the
Yeah.
original. If you want to try to spot this and triangulate, you can make an.
I do
intelligence
not,
roll.
because I'm going to spend my action trying to convince the party to show some restraint. So I'm going to turn to the party and be like, hey, just heads up. I understand. Nerves are high. Who typically throws rocks?
Goblins.
Or
Pixies.
children
Children?
or people without weapons. What
Children?
I'm trying to say is before you decide to burn down the entire fucking forest because someone threw a rock at you, I would like for you to show just a little bit of restraint. Figure out who it is first, then decide, right? Okay.
Achilles,
Yeah,
make an athletics check, buddy.
sure.
Wait, were we attacked? I just wanted to see who they were.
Natural 20 plus 6. 26.
So you are able to knock it off of you as flying from the underbrush, like with a huge jump, is some sort of very, very strange looking lizard. It's about the size of a Komodo dragon, but low to the ground.
Can we
Right.
kill this thing?
I think it's about time that restraint goes out the window. Would I be able to
It
attack?
hisses at you.
Do I understand it?
I was gonna say, do any of us recognize what this creature is? Like from
Um,
past experience?
You're gonna have to do some Arcana rolls to see if that's the case.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is-
Was he
Why
speak?
is everything gotta be it, yo?
Was
You
he?
got it out
this-
for me.
Was he speaking Draconic?
He was not speaking Draconic. Do any of you? See, I can't really say the language because it gives too much away. What languages do you all speak?
Celestial, Draconic, Elvish, and Common.
Oh, you speak Draconic too? Oh, okay.
I do also have Sylvan and Infernal.
Yeah, just Elven and Draconic.
Nezra, you can actually recognize the language as Sylvan. It says, "My hole."
Can I try and talk back to it and be like, okay, yours.
Mine.
What?
Mine.
Yes, yours.
Yes.
Can I hold out my hand to see if it will
You
come
can.
to me? I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Is Achilles attacking it, or are you letting Nezra do what Nezra's doing?
I mean, he was about to, but if she's speaking, I'm like,
So Achilles is like sword drawn, like frozen in air at the moment.
yeah.
Okay. He does kind of like he moves pretty quick actually. He just sort of like sidewinders through the ground over to you and like nudges your hand with his nose. My hole?
Your hole. Your hole.
Who are you? Nope.
Ezra, who are you?
No, rock. No, rock.
Wait, are you Nezra? Because that could get confusing.
No.
Who are you?
Ma shop.
Igmasha?
Ma shop.
Sorry, the very first syllable I can't hear when you say it. One more time.
Ik. Like IK. Ik.
Ikmasha. Okay, Ikmasha. Ikmasha! Oh, hey guys, just one second. I'll switch to common for a second. Yes, I'm just going to have a quick conversation. Don't take anyone else's holes? One moment. Back to
I mean,
back
it's
to
been a
Ikmasha.
while, you know, but it's usually not out in the open.
Oh,
Nezra didn't hear that because she's already put her brain back in Sylvan.
Well played, good sir. well
Ik
played.
ma shop.
Ikmasha. I do not want to disturb you. I just want to go past you. Is that okay?
Around.
Around, yes. Can you
Around.
show me around?
He kind of looks at you suspiciously. My hole?
Your hole.
Okay. And he does sort of like try to maneuver himself so that you all walk to the outside of him and leads you through the grass.
Hey, be cool. Just follow Ikmasha, okay? Just be cool.
I mean, if our fella here isn't planning to, well, I say fella in a general sense because I'm really not sure, is not planning to, jump on me again, by all means.
Ikmasha hisses at Achilles in Sylvan.
Okay, so
The essence of it is shh, man tongue, no.
yeah, okay, so it's the common thing. Just it's fine. It's fine. It's just keep it on the deal. Can I ask Ikmasha if they have seen any other people come by?
You can in a moment, but several things are happening at once. So anyone who wants that Arcana check still, go ahead and roll that Arcana check.
I have no idea what it is. I've got an 8.
probably 6.
True. I don't see how this would happen because I'm on key base, but yep, natural 1, so that is a 0.
Okay.
About right.
I'm going to do you all a favor and roll for Serena because this is kind of her jam.
You ain't got no smart people in the party today, dog.
Yeah, okay.
She's the only one. No, I
Serena
can't
will
listen.
tell you what it is after we get through this sort of mini encounter here. As Ikmasha leads you to the end of his path, around this hole that he is claiming as his own, I need perception checks from everyone. They are related to hearing, if that matters for any of you.
It does.
That's a natural 20 for 28 total.
16,
18 for Catherine.
22.
Maybe it
10?
hears all things.
Distracted. I'm talking in Sylvan.
So above 15, you all hear a loud sound like a boom. Nuvian, you know exactly what this is. It's lightning. the boom from lightning like what comes from a dragon's breath weapon. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh!
Doing
Oh!
these things. You can say dragon and then just
Good.
break.
Well, I hope you all are enjoying our session. If you'd like to talk about some of the content that you're seeing here, talk with some of the players, you can join us here at our Discord listed here in chat. Just hit !Discord. And we're going to go on break, and we should be back, top of the hour, I'm guessing? Okay. All right. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye for now. click, click. All right, and we are now back for the second half of It's Our World, episode 13, where we left off with lightning in the distance that sounds like from a dragon. Phil Flames, take it away.
You do hear that. You do, as well, Nuvian managed to, because you rolled so perfectly, catch a glimpse of the actual lightning. It's back over towards the city line.
Towards the crossroads?
We have to go back now. And then he is going to turn to the car. Come with me. The rest of Nezra, Serena, and Achilles, bring up the rear. Keep your eyes open. He is going to move at full speed back towards the city.
Is it safe here? Ikara goes, the two monks. And what is it? What we have now? Like, is it 40 or 50 feet?
It's 40, and then you can go. Then you can dash as an action, and then you can dash again as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Wait, what do we?
Are you guys running back full tilt?
Mm-hmm.
How
Leaving
how
the
long
others
have you
behind?
traveled?
Wait.
Adrian?
How long had we been traveling for?
Oh, probably about an hour. But at a travel pace, not at a full tilt pace. The way they're moving, they'll be back in 12 to 15 minutes, probably.
I just don't know if it's a good idea to go. They've already gone. All right, well, I can't abandon them as much as I think this is a terrible idea. Okay.
Likewise, I'm not sure this is wise, but we can't leave them alone.
Yeah. I suppose Nezra can't move anywhere near as fast as any of that. But my 30 foot, I guess I'll be dashing.
Nuvian and Ikara, make me perception checks.
All right.
Let me roll with my dice. 18.
How much my dice? Oh, I just used this one. Hopefully it wasn't one of the bootleg ones.
I
Okay,
roll
that's
better
better.
with different
17.
dice.
Oh, there it is. With 17.
Sorry, one moment. I am just checking my notes on something.
No worries.
We're dashing through the forest.
Straight up ninja run.
So, here's the weird thing. You can still see it flying around and harassing the city. It doesn't appear that the city has managed to mount any sort of a large-scale defense yet. As you're coming into town, there's just a bunch of guards and movement running around, from what you can tell. But this looks like a white dragon. It looks like a white dragon, but white dragons do not use lightning breath, and both of you are aware of that fact.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother didn't happen to tell you about any white dragons who could use lightning breath, did she?
I don't think so. Fail Flames? Did she tell me something along those lines? I mean, she told me everything. She did. She knew about dragons, but I don't recall something like that. But
Roll me a d20 and add 10.
add 10. Okay. Boop, boop. Oh, sorry, did it go aside? Oh, sweet. That was an 18. So that is a 28.
You remember at one point she told you that many people have tried to start rumors through the years of hybrid dragons of some sort that could use breath weapons or were more ferocious or adopted the qualities of each other. But from what you remember of your mom's teachings, those were all just like propaganda, basically.
Go. Oh, Mama.
Your mom does not believe such a thing has ever existed. To be specific.
Mommy said she talked about. She thought it was fake, but she said she talked about like dragons that could be like hybrids or like more ferocious or use different types of breaths. But she didn't think it was real. I guess it is real.
Either that or the people of this country have been doing things they shouldn't.
Oh.
Does the dragon appear to be attacking something specific, or is it just attacking the city indiscriminately?
I'd say you're familiar enough with how dragons can typically think to give me an insight check.
Oh yeah.
Natural 20 for a 28. Let's go. It's
Okay.
my time, dog.
He's like that. I rolled a 12, so that is a plus a 15.
15 unfortunately isn't enough to help you, Ikara.
Mm-hmm.
But Nuvian, you can tell for certain that it is completely indiscriminate. It seems like if someone came to you and they were like, Nuvian, design me an attack that would be mostly superficial, but would just cause as much panic as possible, you would design it the way that this dragon is attacking the city currently.
The dragon is attacking very oddly, which makes me think this isn't about destruction or anything. I'm concerned this may be a way to control people.
But why? Why? Ooh, I don't understand. Do we see like a rider on top of him?
What were your perception checks originally again? Pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Crap.
18, I think.
Yeah, yours was 18, mine was 17, I think.
I had one perception that was a 20, I think, but I think the most recent one was 18.
You did not notice one. It's possible, but you did not notice one.
I wonder if
If you're
there's
close enough, do you think you can speak to him?
Mm-hmm.
You think he will listen to you?
I think so.
Okay. Stay close. If possible, Nuvian is going to try and, based on where it's moving, create like find a point where its movements and their movements would cross naturally. Does that make sense?
I have a question.
You and the dragon, you mean? Okay. Yes, Achilles?
How far away are Nubian and Car from the rest of us currently?
That depends. Are you all moving at full speed? Like Nezra and Achilles? Were you guys gonna sprint back?
I mean, at one point, I will temporarily lag 6 seconds behind Achilles, but other than that, yes.
Over long distances, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You guys probably estimate you're like 20 minutes behind.
20 minutes behind. Shit. So
15 to 20, yeah.
That's out of range of message. All right. So
by a large margin, yep.
As we are running, Achilles will say to Nezra, if some kind of dragon is attacking the crossroads, I don't really want Kara anywhere near there because folks are going to be angry, and they're going to want to take it out on the lad.
I am 1000% agree that we should not be running towards this. Also, this place is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Are you able to do your long range messaging thing again today?
No. I'm honestly quite exhausted at this point. It's new for me and a new experience, and it's taxing.
Right. Well, let's just keep going, I guess.
For the record, terrible idea. Also, just side note, where's Ikmasha? Did Ikmasha like scurry back to his hole or hang on my shoulder?
He did seem to. Yeah, he did seem to leave you all alone. As you all like sort of ran, you heard some. Where you going? What's going on? And then you all just sort of got out of distance because he just sort of stayed over by his hole, and you all sprinted away at top speed.
For the record, it's just terrible idea. Terrible.
Nuvian,
Agreed.
Ikara,
Yes.
if you all make your way through the city to cut it off, make me Constitution saving throws.
Saving throws. Oh, okay.
Let's keep rolling well for me, dog. A dirty 20.
Boop. Wait, let me go inside.
This is my session.
Okay,
dog.
there we go.
Let's do everything today.
It's
Let's
all
do
right.
Everything today. All the plot today.
14.
Off by one. Ikara.
Ah!
Off by one. Go ahead and take a level of exhaustion. Ikara is very tired from that full-out sprint back.
Oh, okay. All right, I can do that.
No.
What does that mean again? I forgot.
No. Disadvantage on all ability checks.
Ability checks. All right, got
Yep. I let you guys get a couple of the important ones out of the way before having you roll.
Okay.
I also before it looks like we are close enough to engage anything, I will also reach out and pat Achilles on the shoulder and give him vigilant blessing.
What does
How
that do
long
for me?
does that last?
It is until I use this feature again or it is rolled. So you have advantage on your next initiative roll.
Makes sense. Nuvian, you and Ikara try to cut this thing off. The problem is that you have to move through buildings, even moving swiftly, and this thing is flying and circling the city. So anytime that you really try to orient yourself to make contact with it, like, you don't know the exact speed that it's flying, you don't know exact paths through the city, so you're having a hard time like intercepting it directly. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Okay.
I'm good at that too, dog. Come on.
Wait, so this would be disadvantage, right? Because of exhaustion?
If you're going to roll, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
22.
All right, it's not that bad. Okay.
I don't know why this became a main character shift, but
Wait, what?
like Nuvian's our new protagonist.
Yeah, because he's rolling like crazy right now.
So that for me, survival.
This is
Oh,
weird.
that's an 18.
This is weird.
An 18 with disadvantage, not
Mhm.
bad at all. So between the two of you, you are able to estimate and get yourself to a point after about 10 minutes where it passes within 100 feet of you, but you'll have limited moments for contact as it's passing by in a circle. So let me know what you all would like to try to do.
So, Numi was about to say something. Were you about to say something?
Nubian's just going to try to get its attention.
Yeah.
This is definitely a Kara's thing.
So yeah, Ikara was essentially tipped to yell out in Draconic, more like a dragon roar That's what you kind of hear from the side. To attempt to obtain his attention. Says, "What's going on? We're here to help. Is something going on with the city?" And it's kind of like he's similar to what he was doing with the dragon out that was attacking the guards. He's tried to send out that same sense of community and compassion with this roar, uh, per se. Can you come here? All that is like a dragon roar when he speaks up. When we got close, did we see the rider on top?
You do not see a rider.
Okay. Park pit.
Make me a persuasion check, and it's gonna be tough because you're at disadvantage.
Ugh. Oh!
Can I help? Can I help? I can speak Draconic as well.
Yeah, you can. So roll straight roll.
All right. And I do have as a draconic monk, I do have a trait that allows me to use my draconic essence to, if I fail to roll, I can roll it again and get the higher roll. I take the higher roll and see if that works for once per day for intimidation or persuasion. Okay. So that I have plus 5. Boop. All right. Well, that was a 9, so I'm pretty sure that's going to fail. So I'm going to use that one ordeal to roll again. Boop. Boop. Natural 20. Yes. Yes. Game time. I'm getting that community, fam. I'm bringing up the Dragon Alliance. That is the goal. The Dragon Alliance.
This is the monk episode. This is the monk episode.
We're gonna get there out of breath, panting, hands on knees. You'd be like, I don't know, we already got this. It's fine. You should go back.
No. So it's a total of 25.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, another one. Okay. This one. Oh, save and throw. Okay, so
This one is not at a disadvantage. At level 1 exhaustion.
All right, cool.
Only skill related.
Ooh, okay, that is a 12.
Just a car or both of us?
Just the car up.
Uh-oh. That was a 12.
Ikara
Mhm.
is unconscious as he is blasted with lightning.
Ooh! Unconscious?
He's unconscious. Yep, you go into death saving throws as you are blasted with lightning. Because here's the sort of double-edged sword, right? Was you got their attention, but I'm getting into a little bit of meta just for a moment because we're at a big moment and I want to make sure you understand why it's happening. The target of the persuasion check was not in a state such that they could really be reasoned with. So in their intent to get their attention, you got it. You persuaded them to put their attention on you, but there was no connection at this particular moment.
So the natural 20 was just to get his attention, but not to convince him to. Oh.
Because the thing with a persuasion check is that, like, people play this different ways. The way I personally like to play it is that a persuasion check will only allow you to achieve something that is within um uh like the purview of what a character would actually do, right? So like um if you're fighting, let's say, a vampire, and you're like, I want to persuade them to be my friend, you can't do that if they have no reason to be your friend. But if it's like, let me go, we'll be more interesting to fight like next time we come back, that's something they might be willing to do, because depending on their personality, they might be interested in that challenge and overcoming it, right? So like in the state that this character that you were trying to persuade is in, your appeal was unfortunately not going to work.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you did succeed in getting the attention.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's why it became sort of like a double-edged sword.
Okay.
Gotta love this game of no consequences. Nothing bad ever happens.
Yep.
Hey, I'm fine. Like,
I am
have no
for this,
consequence.
by the way. As a player, I am for this.
Mhm.
As a character, Desra is about to be devastated.
Okay, I
So
have
you
a
all are-
question.
So
Okay, let's
you're
have a
aware
question.
of the state of things. It has currently landed on top of a building and is looking down at you all. It has not made any other aggressive actions, and go.
I don't have any health potions. I'm gonna try and make a medicine check to stabilize him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Don't you technically have quick
Oh,
and
well,
healing?
that's
Well,
that's an 8.
An 8?
Wait. Does quick and healing heal other people? I thought that was just you.
was it just you or
Yeah,
others?
just for you.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
quick and healing is just you. So that's an 8.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a death saving throw, Ikara.
All right. Boop. Okay, that's an 11, so we're good for the first one.
One success. You may attempt to stabilize him again.
All right, 7 plus 5, 12.
Ikara is stable. And as the dragon is looking down at you, it takes back off into the air. Nuvian. At that moment, make me one more perception check, please. Now that you've got Ikara stable, it takes off into the air. You're very close to it at the moment, and you have the chance to take a look. I want to see if you notice something.
Do I have advantage for any reason? Because I rolled a 1.
Oh!
The universe is balancing itself. It was
Actually, yeah. Go ahead, roll with advantage.
Okay. 17.
Those are not white dragon scales. There are white scales, but you catch a glimpse of some other colored scale underneath. Like they've been capped to be a different color.
Well, Nuvian don't care at all about the people of this city, so he's just going to pick up a car and run back towards the others, back towards Nezra. If I use key points to take another dash action, how much would that shorten the journey, the travel?
If you use key points to make a dash action or multiple dash actions?
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my full movement speed, then use my action to dash, and then bonus action dash.
Right, like one time or multiple times?
I mean, I do it every round until I run out of key points.
Oh, I mean that'll add like several hundred feet onto it, so you'll definitely be out of distance of this, the dragon a lot faster, which I gather is probably part of the intent. Um, and then like it'll catch you up slightly faster to the others, a couple rounds quicker.
Then I'll do that for 4 rounds and use all my key points to get this to them as quickly as possible.
Okay. You make it to the edge of the city as fast as you can, and when you do, you see 2 dots in the distance into the plain.
He's keep going.
Do we spot those dots?
You spot well, you spot
We
a
are
dot.
those dots.
You spot a dot in the distance towards the city gate.
Okay.
There are
When-
no guards posted there currently, so it is only 1 dot.
When the dot is within range of being aware that it's Nuvian and within 120 feet, I will definitely try and message him.
Okay. You I assume just go to catch up Nubian, and Nezra and Achilles just try to meet in the middle. You stop as he nears you to attempt to cast message, and then he's like maybe 30 feet away from you by the time you're able to actually cast message.
Okay.
Heal him.
I will run up and use my healing hands and give him 5 hit points.
When I look at them, is Nubian injured?
No. Very easily you can see that he is not.
And I mean, yeah, I'm gonna pump this kid full of healing spells.
Lads, I'm guessing it's bad. I think we need to get the hell out of here.
So I'm awake now,
Alright.
right?
As healing hands activated on you, you hear that, and your feet are not touching the ground. You're just like with a, how every car would react to suddenly regaining full consciousness, because he was like in sleep mode, being knocked unconscious and stabilized. Your feet are not touching the ground. The last thing you remember was a big roar, the crackle of lightning, and then out.
You would probably be nervous and then like flip off. He like looks around. Wait, what? Oh. Wait, what happened? Where? Did he attack? Why did he attack me?
He's in control of his actions. And that isn't a white dragon. The people of this country. Let's go. Let the mob burn for all I care.
I'm gonna walk up to Akara and do quite a bit of healing. So I'm gonna start with Cure Wounds at 2nd level for 13 points of healing.
Yay! So, all right, cool. So I was at 0.
How you looking?
So I was at 38. I got down to 0.
Achilles gave you 5.
5.
So that's
and you got
20,
13.
or no, that's 18.
18, yeah. So
I will
18 out of 30.
cast again. I will cast again at 2nd level.
Okay.
So take an additional 16 points.
Ooh, okay, there we go. Thank you so much. The girl was like, thank you. I'm so confused.
We are going to have a conversation about what just happened, but let's not do it here. As we've been running across the plains multiple times now, did we see any areas that look like they would be relatively safe for a... Like, I don't want to break into full camp right now, but I am looking for a place that has a little bit of defensibility, a little good visibility, that kind of thing.
I mean, Ikmashah's hole, as long as you did not bother him, is relatively defensible, considering there's another creature there that would help keep people away. If you're just looking for a place to take a breather, if you're looking for like a natural like cave or something to duck into, you haven't seen anything like that.
Or like a copse of trees that would limit visibility from the air, give us good line of sight on the main road.
Not a grouping of trees, but there is like a relatively largest tree that you could try to like hide under the shade of.
I mean, because both of them look, or at least, well, actually, I have a question. He died. Well, he didn't die. He went unconscious. He came back. Is he still exhausted?
Yes.
Okay, so he's looking health-wise a bit better, but he's also looking exhausted.
There's color back in his cheeks and everything, but like he looks like he's had the worst day, at least that you've ever seen him have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, worst couple of days, but yeah. It's been a rough couple of days.
Yeah.
We are definitely walking and talking, or trying to make our way back the other way while we are deciding.
Yeah. I mean, should we go back to the crossroads? Question 1.
I don't think it's safe there anymore.
I mean, I don't think we should have gone in the first place, but again, we will have this conversation later. But there's no one we need to get out, or no way that we need to take responsibility for what just happened and defend.
I don't care what happens to the people of that city.
Because they were unfortunate enough to be attacked?
That attack isn't a random attack. It was planned. The dragon has no control over itself, and it's only attacking in a way to cause chaos amongst the people. This is the people of this kingdom attacking itself.
I don't know if we can equate a couple of, shall we say, power-crazed individuals with the people.
I mean, I would argue that the people in the crossroads are the victims here. They didn't do anything to deserve it.
I don't care.
We will have a discussion on things we do care about, but for now,
Do you think you want to go and visit your friend who was speaking to you?
what?
The Crawley person. I'm afraid I didn't get their name.
You mean Ikmashah? I mean, honestly, I don't want to visit anyone with a dragon on our tail. No offense to, like, dragonhood. I mean that specific dragon was destroying things for fun? Or maybe because we came through the crossroads. So that makes me very nervous to go anywhere.
It's not aiming for us.
I mean, we've been at the orchard, and there was a dragon attack. We went to the crossroads, and there was a dragon attack. Who is it aiming for? Is it just that we happen to be in all the places that dragon attacks happen?
No. The dragon defeated Akara and had an easy shot at me and didn't take it. Their goal is to create fear. It isn't aiming for us. It doesn't care for us. My guess is it's being used to make the people of this city fear dragons. In which case, then they'll be able to justify whatever they do to dragons because people will be afraid of dragons.
People were already afraid of dragons. Same people were giving us weird looks when I first got into Bastion.
They would have turned you over to those people.
I can't go anywhere around here now.
I think for now, we try to keep going where we were going originally. I don't believe that these attacks were aimed at us, as Nuvian says. I tend to agree that someone is trying to rile up the people, give them a threat to stand behind. So perhaps the people who control this other bastion can say, look, the only way you can defend yourselves against dragons is with our dragons. And with whatever has happened at Erlorn, perhaps those people there might have stood some sort of chance against what is happening with this other bastion. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that it's becoming increasingly unsafe. Personally, I believe we need to try and figure out what is going on in terms of at least gathering other allies, something along those lines. Personally, I want to get my family away and safe. Perhaps they can be safe with the resistance. I'm not entirely sure.
It's deep underground, right? We can take them there. Yeah, no place is safe right now.
What I do know is that we are in no way or shape equipped to deal with a dragon.
Yeah, we do need to have a conversation about people running towards dragons who are unaware or unable to control what they're doing. Particularly with, I'm going to be very honest with you here. I have adopted some roles since meeting you people that I am uncomfortable with. Lots of fighting that I am still trying to figure out in my own mind. Is that me? Is that who I am? But one damn thing I know is that I am a healer. You go running off like that towards impossible danger, and there's nothing I can do? Then why am I here?
Well, I'll be honest. I always appreciate when you all come around. But for me, he looks over at the sky. My kin is that. Even though he attacked me, I know that it was not via his volition. So, I will always be drawn. It's like if your family is in danger. Sometimes you rush, and then you think about what's there.
But consider yourself my family then. I'm not asking you to abandon yours. I'm not asking you. You went and I followed. I will follow. Every single time that you do something like this, I will follow. I'm just asking you to let me keep up. Let me be there.
Okay. Thank you. Wait. Say that one more time. You say we are family?
Of course we are.
He pauses.
And you see, Nezra is maybe trying to play it off a little cooler than she feels. Like, yeah, of course we're family, but like, she's feeling it too.
thank you. I never had somebody view me like that before.
I've never had anyone to view like it before, so I guess we'll do something new together.
Achilles will come closer to Akara and sort of touch his forehead to Akara's head. And then he will flick him on the ear.
Wait, here or horns?
His ear. He's
Okay,
going to flick
gotcha.
him on the ear.
Okay, got you. Make
Yeah.
sure. Oh, what?
Don't be stupid, lad. Of course we're family. Now, can we get off this blasted road and try and get somewhere a little bit safer? Not that there is anywhere safe, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I don't know this place. He looks at Nuvia and Achilles like, no, well, not Nuvia because Nuvia is not familiar with Zara. What's the safest place for here? I don't know this area.
Do I know a more roundabout way to get to Gilgo?
Could you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Do I know a more roundabout way to get to Gilgo? Like a longer way that might be, I'm trying to fly casual Chewy, basically.
I mean, you could take a more circuitous route through the plains as opposed to a direct one. Like, you could, instead of going straight southeast, go like one direction for a while, loop around, come back. You probably know the area well enough to navigate that. But there aren't really like the plains is the only way unless you go like way out of the way
Okay.
to circle around.
But there would be a way to get sort of like off the main road.
There's not really a main road through the plains. There's a couple of trails in the forest, but the plains are actually like 1.5 foot tall grass plains that you're like wading through this grass sea, basically.
Okay. Well, a more circuitous route, I guess, could be something that I could take them through if I can.
That's achievable for sure. Yeah, but like if you're worried about something seeing you from overhead, there's not really like a place to hide.
Nothing much we can do about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is closer, the old fort or Gilgo?
Sorry, I had to respond to DM on Zoom. How far away is the fort from Gilga?
Well, which one would be closer direction-wise, to go through to Gilga or to go to the fort?
Gilga. You actually kind of have to pass through Gilga to get to the fort, unless you go around. But it would be longer to go around and go directly to the fort.
Okay.
Does anyone else? Something just feels weird.
What feels weird?
Does anyone else feel it? It's, I don't know, kind of heavy or I don't know. As the further we get away from the crossroads, the more it kind of crawls up my spine.
Ikara will kind of take a look to see if there's like any abrupt key or something, essence that he can see in the air that kind of signifies what she's saying.
Monk level check, please.
Yes. Go work.
Ooh.
Oh wait, this is a check, so I got disadvantage. Yeah, it was one. Okay, well that was a 12. I rolled an 8.
Not.
Oh wait, no.
Not the
8
worst.
plus 5, 13.
13.
13 turn.
Not terrible. Let's see what Nubian got. Where were you not going to roll? I mean, you don't have to.
I'm gonna say Nuvi won't roll because he's used most of his key up at this point, so he's very weak.
Fair. So you have two options, Ikara. You, I do not believe, have spent as many of your key points, right?
No, I haven't spent any.
That was a fail. But remember, I mentioned I would offer it to you that when trying to sense key, you could spend a key point in order to succeed if you fail.
Yes.
Would you like to do that?
Sure. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
The key is unlike anything that Ikara has really experienced. It's not like the typical stuff you would see from like civilian humans. It's not dragon key. It's not like this sort of very subtle and gentle key that you often see rolling off of Nuvian, or the sort of yellow light key that you see rolling off of Achilles. You strangely can't sense any from Nezra.
Ooh.
As you
What?
kind of are kind of trying to feel this.
I'm
You
so
cannot
zombie.
sense any. But the resonant area has some sort of it almost feels whimsical. It's like a whimsical aura to the key.
Oh, I could tell it's definitely different. Very erratic and wait.
I mean, I don't. It could be both of our minds playing tricks on us. I mean, you're exhausted. I'm exhausted, emotionally at least.
Because I can see Achilles' key, because his key is bright and gold, and I see a Nuvian. He pauses towards the sees Nezra's. Then he looks around, and then Serena's key. But so that must be something there. Wait, didn't they say there was a voice around, not to hear the voice of the singing person? Is this the same place?
That's through the woods, lad. That's a ways off still.
Oh, then I don't
Wait,
know.
we're avoiding voices. This is the kind of thing we need to communicate. What?
Why? There's a some kind of curse in the woods. You just have to ignore the voice asking for help.
That one.
Oh no. This is Nezra's personal impossible challenge. I'm glad that you gave me a heads up though, because okay. I don't. It's not. It's very strange. I don't feel like I'm in danger per se. It feels.
Stepping out of the tree next to you that you all have decided to make home to for the moment is a man wearing clothing made out of purple leaves with a purple bowler hat who says, "Very strange. Now, it's not nice to talk about someone behind their back." And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Is that Otis?
I know, the second you described it, I was like, the streams are converging.
Thank you. Wow. Well, what a session. What a session. Thank you all so much for coming by from the stream. We definitely appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys want to talk about what you saw here, you can join us at our Discord, which we will put in chat. Where you can talk to the players, talk about some of the content we have here. We have a non-spoiler as well as a spoiler section, artwork, so forth and so on. In case you miss you miss some of the content, it will be available immediately on Twitch, and we will have the video released on our YouTube channel this Wednesday. So yes, with that said, like I said, it was a great session. We look forward to see you all this upcoming Saturday for our next session of episode 14 of It's Our World. Bye bye for now. And